Your project today is to make a comic strip. Your comic strip's going to have a theme, and your theme is going to be anti-bullying or anti-cyberbullying. The first step you're going to have is to take your paper and fold it in half one way and the other way. We've done this before, so you have 4 squares. Your comic strip might have 4 panels. You might only have 3, and then your last panel you can use for a title. I did 4 panels because I wanted to tell my story with 4 parts. A comic tells a story. So here is the story that I drew. I drew it out in pencil first, and then I'm going to go over it with some marker. I could add color to it too with markers or crayons. So my first panel shows 3 girls, 1 by herself and 2 together. And one girl is saying, "Did you get those shoes at Dollar Tree?" And she's laughing. Not so nice, right? My next panel shows a girl who's next to her being an upstander. And she's saying, "Wow, that's not cool. Who cares if she did?" All right, now one of the tricks to making a comic is making sure that your characters that you make look the same from one panel to the other. So in my story, the first girl, I made her hair look a certain way. I'm going to make sure I make her hair look that same way in all the other panels so we know it's the same person. Another trick with comics is expressions. So you can see in the first one, the girl who's getting made fun of, who's being bullied, her expression does not look so happy. She's not smiling. Her mouth is open. She's kind of like surprised. Why would someone be so mean? Now in the second panel, where the upstander girl is sticking up for her, I'm going to have her have a little bit more of a smile. She probably feels a little better. Someone is sticking up for her. Okay. One way that you can change expressions, or sometimes with eyebrows too. If you look here, you can see this girl's eyebrows are kind of flat and straight. Kind of gives somebody a mean look. So I'm going to make sure I emphasize that because she's not being nice. She's being mean. All right. And if you keep going, you'll see in the panels, she thanks her. Thanks for saying that, for sticking up for me. And in the last panel, I have one of the girls asking the other girls, "Do you want to sit together at lunch?" And yes, that would be great. So I have a story that starts off with a problem. Someone's bullying. It's the beginning of a solution. Someone's being an upstander. And then what happens after that? All right. So your comic can be of any story showing a scenario where someone was being bullied, and it could be in person or it could be on the computer, cyberbullying, and how we can solve that problem. What can we do to make a better decision so that bullying doesn't happen? How can we help somebody else if you see someone being bullied? I know you guys are going to have amazing ideas, and I'm just going to show you the end of it after I'm done tracing it all out. So you can see I finished outlining it. I might add a little bit of color with some colored pencils or crayons. That is up to you. You could leave it black and white. Some comics are black and white. One thing you want to try to remember is whatever clothes you start your character, and you have to keep them in that character. So if I started this character wearing a purple shirt, I'm going to want to make sure she's wearing a purple shirt then in the next panel. It tells the story a little bit better because we know who's talking. And then this panel. And then in the last panel, I move her over, so I have to keep track, and I'm making sure that you know where that person has moved. Okay, so you're going to keep that design, whatever you have on that character, the same in each panel. Now, like I said, it could be 3 panels, and maybe your first panel would just be a title. Okay, but you need to have a problem that you start with and how the solution is going to work itself out. I'm sure you guys are going to think of a lot of really amazing ideas that show people how you can be against bullying and how you could be an upstander and help somebody who maybe is getting bullied. And I'm really excited to see all of your ideas and your comics. Bye.